The collapse of USA, the destruction of an empire, the fall of the biggest nation. That's what we keep hearing. Is it really that bad? Is everything overstated? Let's cut the noise and ask a simple question.
What's actually happening inside the country? Never has a man drawn so much global attention in so little time. Yes, Trump. Whether you like him or not, this isn't about opinions of the man or his policies. This is about the real economy, the condition of a country that from the outside can look like pure chaos. By the end of this video, you will have a clearer picture of the United States situation and see if Trump policies are so far positive or negative. Where did the rapid shift begin? COVID. Suddenly, Murphy's Law felt real. Despite our capacity to adapt and plan everything that could go wrong, so it did. The economy crashed, jobs vanished, and thousands died from a new disease no one understood. The Fed stepped in, fighting inflation with the most aggressive rates. The economy seemed to contradict Wall Street. As financial assets soared, the rich got richer, the poor fell behind, and the wealth gap widened, all in an instant. Survived the first wave, then Ukraine war came, another shock, both emotional and economic. People starved for stability after years of peace. Never ending shocks led to the search of a savior, peacekeeper, a one solution for all problems figure. Meanwhile, Trump faced trial pressure and played his cards fast and won. The world was stunned again, but the world moves on. We adjusted to the rocky pace of Trump era politics. The question is, has he delivered a path back to the golden 20s? Let's look at the data. Let's start with the Fed, the one pulling the strings of the economy. Over the last 5 years, policy rates surged to about 5%, and only recently began to fall, with the target now being around 4%. Inflation and wages. High rates were meant to decrease prices. Instead, real wages took a hit as the red line prices climbed, deepening the wealth gap. In the labor market, pressure increased steady and slowly. The chart can be misleading at first. From the COVID spike, unemployment recovered, but starting from 2022, the trend went upward month by month, reaching 4.3% most recently. Real GDP growth seems to maintain the average USA pace, as after a sharp collapse with the COVID, a recovery took place, and quarterly growth has been around 1.5%. Financial markets tell a more dramatic story. The Nasdaq 100 shows the boom, bust, and rebound after the past 5 years. After reaching a peak out of COVID, it crashed in 2022 when rates spiked. Then, starting 2023, the artificial intelligence boom drove a powerful rally, pushing the index to record highs, nearing 20,000 points. But with the gains concentrated in a few tech giants, such as Google and Nvidia. And lastly, the trade balance. Has the great negotiator fixed it? Textbook economics warns tariffs are a blunt tool. Subsidies and competitiveness matter more in the long run. So far, the deficit widened, touching about minus $136 billion in March, being imports higher than export. But it's too early to tell the effects. So, in which context are we moving? The Fed has shifted from hiking to cutting, aiming to boost growth. Inflation is down from the peak, but price levels remain high. Unemployment is gaining traction, raising fears for a stagflation trap. Equities are euphoric, shadowed by bubble concerns. The trade gap looks worse for now, but the story isn't finished. America looks chaotic. Wars, trade disputes, political shocks, rivalries in technology. It feels like a decline. But history shows a pattern. Through setbacks and turbulence, the United States reinvents itself. Innovation compounds, markets adjust, and institutions bend without breaking. The takeaway is USA isn't finished. It's just noisy. It stumbles and recovers again and again. History has proved it, as Franklin D. Roosevelt reminded in his darkest hour. The great nation will endure as it has endured, will revive and will prosper. Decades later, Warren Buffett put it more simply: never bet against America.
Might say that our underlying premise, and I think it's a pretty sound underlying premise, is that this country will do very well, and in particular, it will do well for business. Business has done very well. The Dow went from 66 to 10,000 plus in the 100 years of the 20th century, and we had 2 world wars and nuclear bombs and flu epidemics, and you name it, Cold War. There are always problems in the future. There are always opportunities in the future, and in this country, the opportunities have won out over the problems over time.